All right, we're going to be using graspable math to evaluate expressions. And the neat thing about graspable math is it allows students to focus on the algebra and rather than really worrying about the arithmetic that's involved. So let's just get started because this is so stinking awesome. You're greeted by this canvas and you know you're at Graspable Math because it says Graspable Math up there. Bam, graspablemamath.com. And I've got this blank canvas. And so the way we insert some sort of an expression, technically, or an equation, is you go up here to this upper left-hand corner, you click on Insert Math Expression, and then you get this keyboard down at the bottom. I'm going to start with 5m minus 2. And hit done. I'm gonna do a couple, so I'm gonna speed this along a little bit. All right, and now that I've got the expressions on my canvas, I can move them anywhere I want. And all I have to do is click on that arrange button and then I can move them anywhere I want. But at this point, I'm just gonna kind of leave them where they are. Because now we're going to start evaluating. So we're going to do 3 examples. 5m minus 2, negative 3x minus 7, and this big loud one over here. So I'm going to click transform. Now, right now there's nothing for me to transform because I want to evaluate these expressions. So I want to evaluate, let's say we're going to focus on this 5m minus 2, and I want to evaluate that for the value of m being equal to 7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click math expression, and down here I'm going to just type in m equals 7, and I can arrange that and put this 7. It doesn't really matter where I put this. I can put it anywhere in the canvas. I'm just trying to keep my page nice and pretty. I'm going to click transform. All right, so when we say evaluate the expression, we're saying replace m with the number 7. That's what this means up here. Replace m with the value of 7. Well, check this out. Okay, so you'll notice when I grab the m, I'm going to go down here and ooh, look at that. When I hover over the m, now I'm clicking and holding on this m, and I'm still holding on it. And when I drop it into the m and then let go, bam, it replaces that m with the value of 7. Now all we have to do is allow Graspable Math to do the arithmetic. Now, what does that mean? Well, if I click on this minus sign first, it's going to say no, you are not allowed to do the subtraction until you've taken care of the multiplication. So I'm going to click on that parenthesis, and it says, oh, that parenthesis really means multiplication. So I'm going to click on the multiplication, gives me 35. Then I can click on the minus and I get the 33. So we can see all of the steps in accordion style. We can open them or close them. So we replace the m with a 7. We understand that that parentheses means multiplication. That's what that 5 times 7 means. That equals 35. Then we're allowed to subtract, and that's how we get 33. So Graspable Math allows the students to really focus on the algebra, and then Graspable Math provides a lot of support with the actual arithmetic that's involved. So now let's take care of this second one, this minus 3x or negative 3x minus 7. So again, I need to insert an expression. Oh, let's say we're going to do x is equal to, in this case, let's do x is equal to 4. So I'm going to just move this up out of the way and go back into transform. So now if I want to substitute and replace that x with a 4, all I have to do is click and hold on the x, drop it into this x, and then all of a sudden that x is replaced by the 4. I'm wondering what would happen if I click on the 4 and drag it into the x. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's looking cool. Whoa, bam, it does the same thing. Oh, that is so stinking cool. So now we know that we've literally replaced the x with the 4 because I did it. I dragged it. Look at that. I dragged that 4 into the x, and then I suddenly get this. I'm going to click on the parentheses to turn it into multiplication. I'm going to click on that dot, that multiplication sign, that gives me negative 12. I click on the minus sign, and that gives me 19, which you know, teachers, parents and teachers, Probably the most common answer here would be -5, in which case the students would get it wrong. But the arithmetic shouldn't get in the way of helping a student understand the meaning of algebra here. So the graspable math is going to provide some sort of scaffolding. Let's do this one last one. In this case, we have two values, don't we? We have A and B. So I'm going to insert over here. I'm going to say, oh, let's say A is equal to -2. I'm going to click done. And let's also insert B is equal to 8. All right, I'm going to use my arrange button and I'm going to drag these up here just to get them out of the way. All right, now I'm going to click on transform. All right, so I'm going to click on that -2 and I'm going to drop it into the A value. And then I'm going to take that 8 and drop it into the B variable. Ooh, now notice I can't drag it into that first line. I can only drag it into the second line because that's the new line that is active. So I'm going to drag that 8 down to the B. And I now have my expression that is ready to be evaluated following the order of operations. Let's take care of this 5 times 8. So I'm going to click on the parentheses to reveal that that's multiplication. I'm going to click on the dot, meaning multiply, to give me 40. Now let's take care of our internal parentheses right here. What the heck are these parentheses inside parentheses? I don't know. Let me click on that parenthesis. So that parenthesis -2 really means just -2. A lot of students think that that parenthesis -2 somehow means multiplication or something. Well, graspable math says, no, those were just nice tidy parentheses to set the -2 apart. All right, so now we have that -2 plus 5. I'm going to click on the plus sign here to combine the -2 and 5 to give me 3. I'm going to click on that multiplication to give me -9, and then I'm going to click on that plus to give me positive 31. And that, folks, is how we use graspable math to evaluate expressions. You got your expressions, you simply drag it into the variables, and then you click away through the order of operations.